is he dated me, my friend, and my cousin. Let's find out what happened. I will be finding out right along with you because it is my first time reading through this. Like, I skimmed it, but it'll be my first time really reading through it. Here we go. It begins. I gained employment in a private company in 2019. I worked there for a year. I met a friend in the same company. He expressed interest in me, but I did not know him well enough, so I asked my friend about him. I told her, yeah, said he likes me. What do you know about him? Does he have a girlfriend hiding somewhere already? Is he a good guy? My friend Agos told me. Yes, apparently his name is Ya, Y-A-W. Ya is a good guy. I know him very well, so give him a chance if you like him. I trusted Agos, which meant I was ready to give Ya a chance. As most relationships begin, things were good. I was happy. I thought that I had met the one. A while into the relationship, a friend of mine who was close to Agos disclosed something to me. She said, I am not supposed to tell you this because Agos told me in confidence, and nevertheless, it doesn't seem right to hide it from you. Agos said that she had began seeing Ya, and I was confused. I don't understand what you mean. What has she been seeing my boyfriend do that she can't tell me about it? Our friend looked grim. She said, that's not what I mean. She said she is also dating him. The two of you are sharing him. I shook my head. It doesn't make sense. Did they start before I came into the picture or after I did? Why would she give me the green light to be with the man that she was already dating? I had so many questions, but my friend didn't have any answers for me. I was pained and angry. I didn't understand why Agos would be comfortable sharing a man with me. But I wasn't comfortable with this at all. I asked Ya why he made a move on me when he was seeing my friend, and he apologized and said that their relationship was over. Please don't leave me because of this. I promised to cut all ties with her. I wasn't ready to lose him yet, so I listened to his apology and gave him another chance. Not long after that incident, he moved in with me. One thing I never understood was how we did everything together, yet I was the only one paying the bills and buying the food consulted 4 other spiritual people, and they all said the same thing. I told Yah about my dreams and proposed that we end the relationship, but he refused to accept it. He then started talking about introducing me to his family, but I was no longer interested in a future with him, so I refused. I asked him to move out of my apartment, but he refused to do that as well. I had to get people to intervene to force him to move out, and when he left, our relationship became an on and off affair. I would break up with him, and he would come back with apologies, and I would take him back, only to remember why we broke up in the first place. We did that for a year, until I finally told him, I can't keep living like this. I am done for good. This led him to tell people that he was single, while he followed me everywhere and wouldn't leave my side. One day he asked to see me, so I went to his place with my cousin. After that visit, I realized he had gotten close to my cousin. She would go to his place and visit him, and then tell me about it. We were broken up, so I felt that it wasn't my place to say anything about their closeness. One day, I was there when my cousin texted me asking about my relationship with Yah. I told her that we dated, but we broke up. After that conversation with my cousin, Yah came to visit me. He said that he had nothing to do with my cousin and that I am the one that he wants. He pleaded with me to give him another chance because he couldn't live without me. He talked a lot and even pretended to cry. I was confused when I looked at him because I knew that he had slept with my cousin. She told me everything. She told me, but he thought that I did not know the truth. That day, I watched him spew out one lie after the other. When he finished, I sent him off without giving him any chance to come back into my life. One day, I went to work and found him engrossed in deep conversation with my cousin. As soon as they saw me, my cousin said, "Yeah, Sandra knows about what happened between us." I told her everything. I pretended as if I didn't hear her say my name and proceeded to get myself ready for work. This guy had the guts to go to my spiritual mother that same day. My cousin told him I knew everything that happened between them. He told my spiritual mother that he wants to marry me, so she should help him with prayers. And when he came to me later, I let him experience my anger. Fast forward, my friend Akos accused me of seducing Yah and snatching him from her. He said my cousin also seduced Yah, as though Yah was not to be blamed for anything. This same Yah told my cousin he wants to marry her, and she shared this story with, and she said that he is one of the many people who actually gives other people relationship advice. And that's why she shared the story where she shared it, so that people can know that he is kind of an imposter in a way, because he shouldn't be sharing relationship advice with anyone. Number one, I think he definitely has a problem. We know that for sure. He has some issues, some deep issues, that we will never know. However, for this main girl's part, I did notice that it seemed that she seemed to have an issue with setting boundaries, and I don't blame her. I feel that she was in deep like, I don't know if she was in love with him, but in deep like with him. And when you're actually in a relationship with someone, it's so much harder to make the practical decisions if you're not clear about why you're doing it, and you just kind of fall for the sympathy act, and I love you, I want to get married to you, but my actions don't show it at all. I mean, for them to be living together and for her to be paying for every expense and it not have been a conversation beforehand, it definitely says something about the communication there. And I just found it so sadly funny how he just paid for 1 month and then he got so angry the next month when, surprise surprise, bills are due and didn't pay anything. What I'm really curious about is her coworker. I'm wondering what that deal was, because she was clearly dating him, and I'm wondering if she did that just to find a way to get rid of him, because he seemed like somebody that, it was that word, like a clinger on her. I don't like someone who just clings on to someone to take care of him. So maybe that was her out by getting him to date her coworker, which, that's messed up. And the cousin, I don't get someone dating family members. I'll never forget that story that went viral on TikTok, where the lady was saying that her husband was cheating on her with her own mother, and how, even her father knew what was going on and actually blamed her or his daughter for her husband cheating on her. And how she had to move out of her home that she shared with her husband, and the mom moved in with her husband and had a full-blown relationship, and then something happened, they broke up. The mom went back to the husband and was asking for forgiveness from the daughter, and she's like, lose my number. Ew. Okay. I think that's 1,000 times worse. I mean, yeah. But I don't get this thing, and I think she comes off as too nice, because she was saying that even though she broke up with him, it wasn't her place to say anything about who he was dating. Well, yes, that's true. It doesn't apply to when it's your family, when it's your cousin, right? Am I wrong? Would you be okay with your ex dating your cousin? I don't think that we're okay with that with our friends, let alone our own family members. So I feel there's responsibility taken on both sides there, with her not feeling comfortable perhaps to speak up and set real boundaries, and actually cut some people off. And definitely him, because like I said, he had really deep issues. I just cannot imagine a situation like that. It's just weird. And how the heck did he contact her spiritual mother? I don't understand, but uncomfortable to say the least. so much for